Check in now with meteorologist Heather Waldman with where the storm's at.
Yeah, and the showers that we're seeing today, they're being kind of boosted a little bit by another atmospheric river. You see it right here, all the white representing that atmospheric moisture. Two important distinctions from what we saw last week, though. This atmospheric river a lot weaker than what came through Northern California last Wednesday through Friday. It's also directed much farther to the south. So for Sacramento and areas north, we haven't seen much of anything today. A lot of clouds, a lot of what looks like could be a good soaking rain, but nothing that's actually reached the ground. In the foothills, the showers have been a little bit more persistent. And for a time this morning, we did have chain controls along Highway 50, nothing on 80. We do still have chain controls along Highway 88. If you're traveling on 50 or 80 tonight into early tomorrow morning, have the chains just in case. But I have a feeling that that snow level is going to stay relatively high and travel should be relatively easy for the next 24 hours. Rainfall amounts relatively light. Again, a couple hundredths of an inch north of Sacramento, a couple of tenths of an inch of rain in Stockton and Modesto, and a couple tenths of an inch of rain into Pollock Pines as well. So nice to get a little bit of extra moisture into the ground, but these numbers are nowhere near what we saw last week. Futurecast here showing just a few showers through this evening. Tonight is mainly dry, especially for the west side of the valley. If you have plans for dinner or anything else this evening in the foothills, have the rain gear just in case. And in the Sierra, yes, that snow level will come down to about 6,000 feet or so, but there's just not that much moisture left in the air. So we may pick up another inch or two of snow at Donner Summit, maybe just enough for chain controls for a couple of hours into early Tuesday morning. But really the best snow is going to be to the south of 88 into eastern Tuolumne County and parts of Mono County, where we can see another 1 to 2 feet of snow up in the Mammoth Lakes area. Notice by Tuesday afternoon, though, what little shower activity we do have in the valley and the foothills will already be done. And actually, the second half of the day, we should see a little bit of sunshine. Additional rainfall, a couple hundredths of an inch of rain at most in the valley, and that's mainly going to be to the south of San Joaquin County. The foothills could pick up another 5/100ths of an inch to a 1/10 of an inch of rain. So again, just barely enough to add a little bit more moisture into the ground. Here's the big picture again, showing the moisture from that atmospheric river and where it's directed. Much farther to the south on Tuesday, but staying just north of LA and San Diego. So if you have travel plans into Southern California, you'll run into a bit of rain along I-5, but no problems getting over the Grapevine. Anybody driving east, perhaps to Salt Lake City or to Denver Tuesday or Wednesday, you will encounter some snowfall there. But from Wednesday onward, look how quiet it's going to be west of the Rockies. Yeah, nice area of high pressure, keeping things calm. Really nice weather all the way through the holiday weekend. On the East Coast, we'll be watching a system on Thanksgiving that may bring a little bit of rain for the Macy's Day Parade in New York City. But otherwise, quiet there as well. And look at this, that 7-day forecast. It's got lots of sunshine in it. Wednesday all the way through Sunday of the holiday weekend. Looking good, but next couple of mornings, especially Thanksgiving morning, run to feed the hungry. It's going to be cold again, back into the upper 30s.
But no rain on Thursday.
Nope, no rain.
Layer up for the run, though.
Yeah. Thank you.